Hi guys. So in the previous video we've ended with explaining hybrid architecture. Now we'll start with explaining this U-box or user mode. Okay. Now user mode in Windows NT is made of two subsystems. One is integral subsystem and one is environmental subsystem. And all these subsystems actually they whenever they require any sort of services from kernel, they are capable of passing IO requests. They are IO requests to the appropriate kernel mode device drivers. Appropriate kernel mode device drivers using IO manager. This is a kind of message passing system which we have talked in previous video. This is one microkernel functionality which is used in user mode. IO manager. Okay. Now in this user mode there are some features. Programs, every program and each and every application or processes have its own user space. Every process P1 has its own particular memory stack or other separate personal resources, and these programs does not interfere with other processor or programs, and not even in kernel mode. And user mode also have user mode is an extremely non-privileged mode for access. Kernel mode stops user mode to kernel is actually the king over here. It actually controls user mode. It stops user mode to access a critical section of OS which they should not have access to. Now coming down to this integral subsystem. In the subsystems there are three services. One of them is security services. The security subsystem, it actually deals with security tokens. This grants or denies access to user accounts based on or corresponding to resource permissions. Because these permissions will be granted from kernel itself. And it also handles login requests and it initiates login authentication for any particular user, and it also determines which system resource need to be allocated to particular user. So this is for security subsystem. This box. Now for server service is nothing. It is just networking service. Server service is networking service, or we can say when any two or more computers are connected via LAN in a network, then those sort of user services are provided in user mode, right? And it allows other computers on the network to share files and other offered by our local system, right? And this workstation service, for this point of time, can only say that this service is basically a single user desktop service It is more similar to what we can say network director. Network director. Network director is nothing. What network director is? It is a direct operating system driver that sends data and receives data from a remote device. Sends data and receives data from a remote device. So these are all service functionalities in integral subsystems. Now coming to our environment subsystems. We have three basic environment subsystems: Win32, one is POSIX, and last one is OS2. We will not talk much about OS2. It is obsolete for now. And this POSIX E1, this particular system, all these are OS environment. In user mode allows different applications from different OS environment. For example, Windows 32 will run Windows 32 applications. POSIX will run POSIX or Linux. Nowadays, it is renamed to Linux applications in Windows environment. So this environment subsystem basically deal with running processes or applications for corresponding OS environment. Over here we have three. One is Win32, POSIX and OS2. Okay, so that's all for user mode. In our next video we'll explain kernel mode. Kernel mode is a bit bigger. The big box, the big guy given over here. We'll start with executive services. And let's see how it works. Thank you.